Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 plays. We're playing Battletech here. We're in our final mission here. I think this is the final mission. This is the arena. We're in desert. Computer, incoming transmission. You listen to me. Directorate has fallen. Our armies have been routed. Even this week, restorations are closing in on Comorodir City. If you kill your cousin now, the entire Reach will fall into anarchy. And if Cameo wins, the Reach is doomed anyway. You've been telling me that for years now. Was it all a lie, Father? Vitoria, this is not the time for a debate. You will attend my words and obey me, as you always have. I order you to stand down for the good of the Reach. She's not going to do that. Directorate is the Reach, Father, and I will never stop fighting for it. Wallow in your cowardice. I will win this war in spite of you. She's cut the line. You're going to have to put her in the ground, Lady Areno. She's too far gone for this to end any other way. If that is her choice, then so be it. I'll do whatever I must to save Lord Madeira. Follow in line. Follow on me, Mech warriors. You have one more wrong to right. You have terrible... You're a terrible pilot. Okay. They're out there. We're going to have to fight turrets, too. This is water. Sprint yourself up here. See what we can see, hon.
Copy that.
Mummy bear. Oh, where are they? Huh. Well, how many of them are there? You stick, my lord, my lady Camia.
Moving out.
Decker. She can get 5 bars out there or 4 bars in the forest. 4 bars in a forest?
I've got a bandit on my screen.
That's what I wanted to see. Unknown, 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 unknown.
Heading out.
Confirmed.
Alright. Now we'll get to see what we're facing. Took you long enough, Cammy. I was beginning to wonder if you turned tail and run. It would have been wouldn't have been the first time. Here for you, Victoria, and the Justice House Serrano rides with me. What am I facing? How poetic. I have no justice for you, Cammy. No flowery words, only pain and death. And humiliation with Lord Madeira as your audience. Let him go, Victoria, now. Quit wasting your breath. We've been waiting for this long enough. Come to me, cousin. Let's finish this. So they've got 2 2s and 2 1s. What do we got? 70-ton mech. It's going to be a heavy of some sort. Cataphract. That's nothing. That's a dead thing. Cataphract. Mummy bear or Decker? 100-ton mech. That's going to be her. 65-ton mech. 80-ton mech. God, we don't really have the greatest stuff here.
Receiving you.
Got 3 bars, huh? I'm thinking of vigilancing up Camilla. Or me. So, we're going to jump. Let's jump out here and get ourselves shot up, shall we? See if we can see something. What the hell is she in? She's in a king crab. Flamers and AC-20s? Or do I just try to end her? It would be rude. I'm gonna be rude. And you got a Jagermech S. Okay, my turn. My turn. Mummy bear?
What's up, boss? Engaging jump jets.
Let's see if we can take out the do some serious damage to the Jagermech.
I copy. I think I hit something good.
Come
Oh.
closer, dear cousin. Come closer.
Come take a shot. Okay.
Engaging jump jets. Engaging target.
And it's an awesome. Okay.
I'm listening. I'm on it. Neutralizing threat.
Ah. AC-20 missed. AC-20 is what I really wanted to have hit. Alright, Jagermech gets to go. That's fine. That's fine. We don't have a problem
I'm
with it.
taking heavy hits, Commander.
It's okay, hon.
Orders?
I'm ready for orders.
Now you'll get side shot there.
Jumping. Firing.
expose something on her, an arm or
Heavy
something.
damage.
Yep. Cataphract going after her. I figured she would. She doesn't get a lot of evasions.
That one hurt.
And he's an ace pilot.
Ready for orders. Roger that. Firing a full salvo.
Pilot
Inflicting
injured.
some heavy damage.
She's
Send
gonna
your
move.
landsmates to me, Kamea. And watch.
Yep, we're watching. I'm not too worried about it, to be perfectly honest.
Warning. Armor low.
Not today, Camilla. This one's my shot.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
How
Detected.
did she knock Doc down? Yeah.
They're stripping armor off of my mech. Standing by. I'm on it.
Take the snake. Take the head off the snake.
I'll make
Oh, it's that static. Poop. Magician. Mastiff. All of it. For nothing. Yes. Die. Was always for nothing, Victoria. The directive was never going to be the return to glory your father promised. I know, cousin, I know. Your father's lied to us. There is no future for the Reach. Coughing. You are the hero of nothing, cousin. Nothing at all.
I'm sorry, Vitoria. You left me no choice.
You guys are
But
still gonna
make
fight?
No mistake.
You're still gonna fight, huh?
Justice has been served here today.
Man, you are stupid.
I am the Sword of Restoration. And Comorodir is free.
Alright. Mummy Bear, what are you in?
orders.
You're in an Atlas 2. He hasn't been touched. This thing's almost dead. What do I want to kill? He hasn't really been touched. Okay, so we're gonna have you jump like back here.
Copy that.
And then you're going to take the precision strike on this one in the chest. It's 230. I don't know that we can do that much, but you're going to try it.
Affirmative.
He's down.
Hostile removed.
Jagermech gets to move. Yep. They're going to try and kill her. She's just going to run away.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
Yep. Decker.
Yes, Commander.
You need to jump here.
high. Firing all weapons. Enemy down.
Ammo explosion takes him down. I'm just gonna go punch the Jagermech. Because that's what the King Crab's built for.
Engaging physical attack.
And he's down.
Enemy mech destroyed successful.
And that should be the end of it. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. Alright, should be some cutscenes and stuff here. After mission report. Yeah. Yeah, she didn't have her armor right. Well, I don't know what to do with these pieces, so I'm not going to leave them on the battlefield. I didn't get any pieces from the King Crab, huh? Okay. What do we got here? LRM 15s. Do we have any large lasers plus 10 damage? We'll take one of those. Take the ones that do extra damage. Right? Those are the things we'll ask for. Then they'll give me a bunch more stuff. Now we should get to some cutscenes, I think. I would think. Should be the end of the campaign. I would think. There we go. I thought you were dead. Complete the campaign with Decker still alive. Hey!
I began this restoration because my birthright was stolen.
Alright.
And I wanted it back. Not for the people of the Reach, but because it was mine. I wanted war. For all the wrong reasons. But on Weldry, I traded that naivete for nobler purpose. Seeing my people suffering with my own eyes taught me why I must fight. On Artru, I found humility. Blinded by righteousness, I was reckless in my pursuit of power, and it almost cost us the war. On Guldra, I learned to steel my heart. I chose necessity over conscience.
Yep.
A choice that nearly broke me. Finally, on Comorodir, the world of my birth, I found resolve. And standing over my cousin's broken body, victory. Only through these lessons, paid for in blood, did I become a ruler worthy of title. A high lady prepared to sit the Cormorant throne, the protector of Comorodir, the sword of restoration. But this question still plagues me. Am I a hero?
Nope.
Did I sacrifice too much at the altar of victory? Do my triumphs outweigh my mistakes?
Nope.
War is a clash between conscience and necessity. An ocean of chaos and bloody compromise. War shapes history. And history chooses its heroes. As for you, mercenary, you made the liberation of the Oregon Reach a reality. Every trial I faced would have been my last without your skill on the battlefield. I still don't know if you fought for honor, or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you believe it, because others do. As I believed in the
That's true.
heroes of my father's stories. After all, when we are gone, stories are what remain.
That's a nice ending. Is that it? Yep. And we get to see the credits roll. So, Mike McCain, Jordan Weissman, Kaminsky, Mitch Giltelman, Chris Ardrop, lead sim game, principal game engineer. So, I'm going to let the things roll and you guys can see the pictures. So if you take your time, go get those mechs. You need the assault mechs. You might think you need really fast mechs. You only need those if you're doing ambush convoys. Or in that one, there was that one mission that if I'd have known what it was, how fast they were going to come down, I could have taken my semi-fast heavy, my Marauder, and just run it past the other mechs, because I would have had lots of evasion bars, killed the APC, and then come back to help everybody down below fight things. So, now that I know what those missions are like, I know I could do them better. Because I know, where things are and how to navigate her better. So a future campaign would be much easier for me to navigate, but I still would kind of do things the way that I'm doing them, is because I think that having more armor, a little bit less hitting power, but a little more armor and jump jets. And I will say right now, jump jets I think is the most important thing for that campaign, because you need to have a lot of armor, jump jets, and then what little bit of power you have, you're going to be able to take probably 2 to 3 times the hits that you're giving out. So, and everything you damage on their mechs makes them less likely to be able to hurt you, because you've got all that extra armor and those evasion bars from the jump jets. And the jump jets let you, no matter where you're at, you can get height advantage. You can jump behind a rock so they can't shoot you. Okay, I wanted to see the voiceovers. Cameo Arana was Jin Hammond. Trenda Sparks, Michael Bloom, Lauren Purcell, Alan Aquino, Drew Hobson, Patty Sang, Ajay Maria, Rick Romer, Elias Tovix, and then all the Mech Warriors. And then more voiceovers here. Okay. And then the music recording here. Solo cellist, recording engineer, conductor. So yeah, we've got Project Babies. Theodore Teddy Jacobson, Amelia Meloni, Alexander Utterfield, Holiday, Erickson, Rogers, Dorothy. It's been the ones that had babies while they were on the project, huh? Husbands, wives, partners, children, and significant others who supported our team throughout the years it took to make this game. To all our Kickstarter backers, without whom this game would not exist, our continued faith in and supporting of HBS has been the energy that keeps us going. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Team shoutouts. Very good sport. All right, so I think that we can. Oh, in memory, we should probably let that be on here too. The last 17 years encouraged the support of us all in the creation of games and the enjoyment of life. Pam Eisen, okay. Okay. So you can get these things other ways too. We're going to go ahead and call this here. I'm going to escape out of that. Epilogue. Oh, there was more. I shouldn't have been doing all that. There's epilogue. Dren, Darius, Mary, Yang, Farah. Through your courage, skill, and sacrifice, the Reach has been saved, and I have reclaimed my throne. Without any of you, our campaign would have ended in tragedy. I can never adequately repay you for your service to the Reach. I owe you a great debt as well. Without your company's help, I would be dead. I consider it a great honor to call you my friends. Never entered in the equation, Lord Madeira. Our client gave us a job to do, and we delivered. If you ever get tired of politics, you're always welcome to our crew. We'll miss having you aboard the Argo, I guess. Do the number 1. That means a great deal to me, Commander 608. Thank you. It's a new era for the Reach, and I have your company to thank for it. The Directorate has fallen, Vitoria is dead, and my uncle is in chains. You'll give him a show trial, I imagine. I'd appreciate an invitation. What are you going to do with him? Initially, I was going to try it myself, but Alexander convinced me otherwise. There are risks inherent in holding such a man for any length of time, and the Reach is in a fragile enough state as it is. Don't worry, though. He'll tell you... What did you do with him? Give him to the tourists. We handed him over to Protector Thomas Calderian to be tried as the mastermind of the Perdition Massacre. His war crimes tribunal is being assembled as we speak. The Tarians were quite appreciative of the gesture. I'm sure they were, and that's the last we'll hear of Director Espinoza. He brought his fate upon himself. I'm afraid that our time is growing short, Fangs. We have a great deal of work to do if we're going to recover from this war. If you have any final questions before we move on to the subject of your pay, I'll be happy to hear them. I feel invested in your success. I was wondering the same thing. I mean, you've retaken your throne, and that's wonderful, but the Reach is in ruins. How are you planning to rebuild? Slowly, with great caution. We can't afford to spread ourselves too thin, but neither can we leave our more marginal systems hanging. In the short term, we're going to need secure funding and support from sources outside the Reach. The economy of the old Oregon coalition is all but destroyed, and our infrastructure is extremely poor shape. I don't know about attending this support. However we can, political marriages will be invaluable. Our sovereignty is our greatest asset, and I'm still thinking through ways to capitalize on it. We have difficult times ahead, to be sure, but we will weather them, Commander 608. The Reach is nothing if not resilient. And now, Fangs, we should move on to discuss our company's compensation. You've certainly earned it. For exemplary work, both on and off the battlefield, your financial debts are now forgiven. Those were the terms of our arrangement, but you deserve a little more than that, I think. From this moment forward, the Argo is yours. I relinquish her into your control. You may consider her a bonus for a job well done. A second token of my appreciation is on its way to your mech bay now, Fangs. Please accept it with my compliments. We'll put your gifts to good use. Good, and with that, Fangs, I'm afraid I must return to matters of state. My people need me, and I must get back to helping where I can. You always be remembered as friends of the Reach, every one of you. I can rule wisely and well, make Raju Montgomery power. Yeah. I'll try, Fangs, believe me, I'll try. Farewell, my friends, I wish you success in your adventures to come. Image on the flickers and dies later is gone. Guess that's it, our contract later is over, the Argo is ours, and we're free to do whatever we please. Man, it feels weird saying that. We can do whatever we want, we're not beholden to anybody. It's a pretty sweet feeling, I've got to say. So, who else wants to go find some new trouble to get into? Peacetime is beautiful and all, but it's starting to feel a little stale in here. I'm game if you are. Trouble is our business our business after all. And we've got more than enough battle mechs to handle whatever the fate throws our way. Whatever fate throws our way sounds like a challenge to me. Roger that, Dren. I'll pull up a fresh batch of contracts. Take your stations, everybody. Let's go find ourselves a new adventure. Now that the war is over and we're debt-free, we can go anywhere we want on the star map. No more hostile nations or sealed borders to worry about. Feels good, I've got to say. Now that I've reclaimed my throne, the Reach is again at peace. As such, I imagine you're more likely to need this Atlas too than I am. Take it with my compliments, Fangs. You've earned it. No, you should keep it and refit it.
Is cleared for fighting.
And there we are. I guess you can keep going afterwards, huh? So, I mean, I picked up all sorts of stuff there. This thing needs to be rebuilt. It's a piece of junk. I mean, compared to my build of it, I do 447. Right, I do 447 damage, max damage. The hers does 398. It doesn't have jump jets and does not have a cockpit pilot. So, who built the better mech? Huh? No. That needs to be rebuilt. But we've got 12 mechs, although 13 mechs here. And a few more in storage that I could rebuild out if we wanted to. Then we can go drop all sorts of things down. I actually picked up a JM6S piece, a catapult, Cataphract. So I've got 3 I can sell, and this one I can rebuild. So I'll have 2. I'm gonna have 3 sets of mechs. I need to get another King Crab. So I can have 3 Atlases, 3 King Crabs. Maybe I'll go find myself another Highlander B. Make it 3 Highlander Bs, and then get another Mad 3D or 3R in the works, and that'll be our 3 flights of mechs that we take out in rotation. Yeah, we've got plenty of stuff to do. 18 million to work with. Yeah, we've got a lot that we can do. Let's go see what our reputation looks like with everything. Oh, come on. Our reputation is okay here. Local pirates like us. Rental Restoration likes us. Rewards League's kind of iffy with us. Tarian Concordant is still at a minus 100. We're never going to get back from them. I'm still not a 5-star rated company. And our finances are just under $1 million a month. So we've got things to do, places to go, people to meet. You know, run to inhabitable worlds. Yeah. So we can just keep going. What's this? We have a travel contract to Itram? Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. We already have a contract. So I guess you get to keep going after the thing. So that might be interesting to take this place out further. I have to go beat on the local pirate organization. I'm not sure I really want to do that. But you can see they're all much tougher now, all the way out. So they're all 5s and 4s now from now on. So these would all be tough things. There's no real reason to keep going. I finished the campaign. But you can, it looks like once you get done with the campaign, you can keep going and like go just wander around. Like I can go out and play with more mechs, you know, try different builds on mechs and things like that to go see what happens with them and things like that. So that's nice to know that it just doesn't say, okay, you won the campaign, the game is over. It lets you go ahead and go forward from the end of your campaign and just keep wandering around and, you know, go fighting people. And finding new ways to make contracts work and stuff. So that's kind of nice. It lets me have a playground here that I can learn how to do more of this stuff. I might download the 3 downloadable contents, get them all installed, and then maybe do that that campaign again and see if it's any easier or harder or whatever. Things like that. So this will be definitely one that I come back to in the future, but not right away. Don't know what we're going to do next as far as uninformed playthroughs and stuff. I'm going to go through my list of games that I haven't started up. Please find me on Discord at Dren608 Plays. There should be a link to it in the description of my videos as of late. So you should find a description, a link there that you can go there. I'm going to put up some lists of like games that I have in there'll be like 3 different kinds of lists. There'll be a post that's like games that I haven't played that I can do like an uninformed playthrough, and then also, wanting input from people saying, hey, buy this game and do an uninformed playthrough. You'd think it would be really neat to see me do it. Games that I've done at least one uninformed playthrough through that I would like to go and revisit. Those include things like Wrath of the Righteous, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I can't think of, possibly maybe we'll go back and revisit Bard's Tale 2, because we did Bard's Tale 1 to get this kind of kicked off. Maybe I should go back and do the other really old Bard's Tale games. There is Rogue Trader, which has got a new downloadable content that I could add to go and do. And so it's got 1 or 2 downloadable contents that I could go like revisit that. There's always Baldur's Gate 3. Currently, I'm trying to do a stream on Baldur's Gate 3 as a multiplayer stream with my youngest adult child. Ace is playing a barbarian. I'm playing a bard. We're running around in Baldur's Gate 3. We're in Chapter 1. I think we're in the Goblin Camp, trying to do that part of Chapter 1. Our biggest thing there is between scheduling and illnesses and things, we've been having a problem getting it regularly out. So it's usually every other Friday or maybe every 3rd Friday. It's only once or twice a month that we're getting it out rather than 4 times a month. So we're trying to find a good day for us to be able to do that and then kind of move forward from there. So kind of keep an eye on the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notify bell. You'll see when I post them up. Usually the Thursday before is when I know if there's something that's come up or somebody's gotten sick. So a lot of times we don't know that we're actually going to be able to do it on a Friday because stuff comes up through the week that we aren't expecting. So I'm wondering if we need to maybe move it to Mondays instead, and so that it would be the beginning of the week before we get everything, crashing down upon us. I am planning on trying to go more streaming of things that are role-playing games, like Pathfinder Kingmaker, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, Rogue Trader, Baldur's Gate 3. I might revisit that. There's a couple of other games in my repertoire that I'd like to do an uninformed playthrough. And they seem to be battle-type games. Terran, something about like Starship Troopers game. And then there was a World War II commander game or something. Those seem to be like battle games that would be more appropriate for, one mission, one session of maybe an hour or so to get through it and all that. Kind of what I did here. Tried to keep it one mission per session. So join me on the Discord server if you would, and let me know what your thoughts are. I will be putting up those lists. That's only started a few weeks. I've only had it up a couple weeks as of recording here. And I don't have a lot out there except just sort of a general schedule of when I'm trying to post up videos and or scheduling out streams. And I've got to figure out what I'm going to do. So once this one posts, there may be a little bit of a gap before I post anything new while I figure out what I'm going to do next. Okay? All right. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. It took us 162 weeks, almost 163 because we're on day 7 of 162. So a little over 3 game years. And this was definitely an interesting journey. I learned a lot as I was playing. The audience helped me even more. Someone once told me, put a little more armor on, take one weapon off, put more armor on. You'll survive longer. You won't lose mechs and things. so I did that. I actually took that maybe to an extreme because I maxed armored a lot of my mechs, or very close to it. And then the other thing that somebody told me about the MAD 3D, which I didn't know. I didn't know how to use those Marauders, and I hadn't seen very many till much later in the game. But once I got my hands on one, it made all the difference in the world because it could snipe. And its sniping ability with that Lance command module, it makes it less likely that my Lance takes damage. And the sniping capability of the R and the 3D, it's like one of the bigger ones, bigger mechs that I've got out there can lay in a bunch of damage on something, and then he can shoot through the weakened armor or whatever and, take out a weapon system or hit somebody with a leg and knock them down so other people can get called shots on them. So it's definitely a worthwhile thing to have in your arsenal and be able to do. So there's lots of ways to skin the cat here. My way was basically armored tanks that, use evasion bars and armor to survive, and concentrate all my mechs on one mech at a time, usually. And then, take them down that way. It doesn't work when you're outnumbered 8-4 or 12-4 if you've got that many things coming after you, but you have to be a little more liberal with your shots to try and disable a few people so they can't hit you as hard. But yeah, definitely a game I would recommend for anybody that's into tactical battle games, and the ability to build up your troops the way you'd like. You do have to kind of pay attention to your monetary situation and not be afraid to sell off mechs. I was afraid to sell off mechs for a very long time, thinking, there's going to be a situation that I'm going to need that particular battle mech to build out for. And other than like the Atlas, King Crab, Marauder, and Highlander, really, and maybe a Banshee, you really don't need much else other than like a Griffin or something. You need something with some speed to go chase down convoys. But other than that, those things can pretty much handle any mission that they give you. It just might take you 2 or 3 extra turns to get into the full meat of the mission because you move so slow. But besides that, they tend to be able to hold up. They tend to be able to deal out damage. And like I said, if you concentrate fire, focus fire one mech at a time or one vehicle, try and pick the most dangerous thing that you think is out there. Like in my case, it's either PPCs or AC-20s. If I find those, I kill those first and work my way down the weapons systems as to what I try and take out when I'm fighting. All right? So anyway, it's been a blast. We managed to succeed in the campaign. And then I don't know when I'll be back with Battletech. I'm probably going to be doing some other things in the new year here. This is being recorded in the beginning of 2025. So I'm going to take a few days, make sure I make some lists in my Discord server. Might put up a couple of polls in YouTube as well. So again, if you subscribe to the channel, you'll see all that stuff pop up. If you have the notify bell on. Like button, comments, that helps get the algorithm up and put out there for everybody to see on YouTube. So I appreciate that. Thank you all for the 300 plus people that have subscribed to my channel. Please tell your friends. I'm going to try and start creating a little bit more content other than just focus firing on each of these. I wanted to get done. I had 3 running uninformed playthroughs that was making it hard for me to record because I couldn't keep track of where I was in each game. So I decided to focus out on those in the last 4 months or so. So I finished Rogue Trader first, and then I finished Baldur's Gate 3, and then I finished this one. So now, going forward, if I do an uninformed playthrough, it's going to be one at a time and like do it for like a focused 2 or 3 months until I get through the arc. And then, go on to the next one rather than trying to do 3 or 4 at once, because that doesn't seem to work very well. I will be trying to go more streams. Like I said, we're going to try and do a little more streaming rather than set piece videos and see if that triggers people to come and watch things a little bit more. 2-hour videos, 2-hour streams here and there. maybe 2 to 3 hour streams at a time. All right? Okay, thank you again all for coming with me on this journey. And I'm Dren608. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.